Hey, welcome to Man Kitchen Recipes. I am Kevin, and today I'm going to be using my little VEVOR dual tank deep fryer. I'm only going to be using one side tonight because I'm going to make some rice stuffed, how about some stuffed beef and green chili rice balls. And the rice I'm using is actually Spanish rice. Here they are before they're deep fried. So anyway, let me go show you how I make these. And then before I deep fry these, I'm going to make a batch of corn tortilla chips to go along with these. It's kind of an appetizer, but I think we're going to have these as a dinner with a salad. All right, let's go inside. I'll show you how this is done. All right, for my chips, I got some Mission corn tortillas, you know, and you just need to cut them. This is really difficult to make, right? Got like 8 of them here. You can cut them any size you want. Cut these in 8s. We are reading 350. The lid off. Get some of these in here. Start. Put that down. Start throwing in my tortillas. Okay, just like that, these are done. You can let them drip if you want. I'm going to make more, so I'm going to dump them over here on my paper towels. And then I'm going to use this Hell Hath No Fury. It's a hot salt. It's got jalapenos, habaneros, red and green chili. You know, I'm sprinkling this on my chips just to spice them up. I am using a vegetable oil, in case you're curious. Some tongs just to move them around instead of shaking the basket around. Works better. Just like that. That's part 1 of this cook in the VEVOR dual tank deep fryer, outside deep fryer. Look at that. I've already nibbled on them, but I'll tell you what, that hot salt on chips, so good. I might have to make more because I'm going to go nibble on these. Right, so the first thing I got to do is make the Spanish rice. Start off with a couple tablespoons of butter. I don't know, medium diced onion. Okay, after about a minute and a half, you want to add a cup of basmati rice is what I like to use. You can use your favorite whole grain rice. And what you want to do is you want to toast up the rice a little bit, so mix it up with the butter and the onions. Okay, after a couple of minutes, you can see the rice is starting to toast up a little bit. A little bit of brown in there, if you can see it or not. And when you get to that point, then you want to add 2 cups of either water or chicken stock, or even beef. I like using chicken or beef, so just add it in slowly. Add in 1 can of Rotel with diced green chilies. Jarred garlic. You can crush a couple cloves of garlic in there. The recipe will be on my website. You can print it off of there and follow along. 2 teaspoons of red chili powder. If you don't want it very hot, you can put 1. Kind of helps give it the color. About a teaspoon of salt. You don't want to put too much salt. About a teaspoon. And a little bit of cumin. I think the recipe is 1/8, but you know what? If you like cumin, just put the cumin in. You'll be fine. Okay, then you want to stir this up and kind of bring it up to not necessarily a boil, but you want to see it simmering pretty good. Just at a good simmer height. And then you want to cover it and let it go for 13 to 15 minutes. And here we go. You really got to resist not to look at it while it's cooking. But you will see that the rice has, I don't know, it's at least double or tripled its size. And this looks like it's done. I'm gonna add some of this Chihuahua cheese that we really like. That'll just help it bind together a little bit more when we make the rice balls. And you don't want to overdo it. Just stir it in and it'll melt. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is get the rice onto this tray. Okay, so we're going to let this cool for, I don't know, 15-20 minutes till you can touch it. So I got I don't know, roughly a pound of hamburger left over from our we had burger night last night. Salt, pepper, garlic, SPG for some flavor, and I had some leftover green chilies. Can you believe that? Green chili in my meat mixture. So I'm going to use the rest of those up. It's probably just a couple of green chilies, maybe 3. You can add whatever you'd like to your meat mixture. This is just how I'm doing it. So before I make the ball, I'm going to add probably, what is that, about 3/4 cup of cheese to the hamburger. I think I'm going to put a little bit more, so probably a cup total. Got to get some rice. Then you want to kind of form a ball, I guess. But after making the ball, I'm making a mess here. Okay, and then I'm going to kind of push down like this. And then I'm going to get some of this meat filling, stuff it in there pretty good, and then I'm going to try to get the rice over it, pull it up over, and form a ball. I think I need a little more rice on top. Okay, just like that. Yeah, there's a little meat sticking right there, but that's okay because we're going to egg wash and bread these. So I'm going to make some, I don't know, maybe about 6 or 8. And then I'll go to the next step. Okay, I made 8. Okay, so I have some flour here that I'm going to put some more salt, pepper, garlic, season the salt. I'm going to put 2 $20 eggs in here and panko. Hopefully I can only use 2. It'll only take 2 because, you know how expensive eggs are. So we're just going to take one of the balls, roll it in flour, get it in that egg wash. Okay, and then into the panko. Okay, I'll set this to the side. And once I get them all done, go to the next step. We got 8 of them. And barely had enough of those $20 eggs. Okay, now it's time to get these beef and green chili stuffed rice balls into the VEVOR. Can't see it. Into the VEVOR dual tank deep fryer right there. I'm only using one side tonight, and I got to thank everybody for all the suggestions from the first video when I introduced that. I'm definitely going to do some of those suggestions, but for the first, after the chips, the next one is going to be these beef and green chili stuffed rice balls. All right, let's get these in there and see how they turn out. I think I'm going to do 4 at a time. I'll just be 2 batches. Okay, these will just take probably just 2 or 3 minutes. We have this at 350 degrees, and I think they are already ready. It's only been about maybe a minute. Of course, everything's already cooked, so we're basically just browning them up in getting the panko breading done. And I don't really want to dump these out, so I'm going to take them out one at a time. Look at that. Okay. Get the next 4 in and we'll be done. Quick, easy. This tank only takes like not even 10 minutes to heat up. Turn it up high, and then you got to turn it real low to keep it down to that 350. Okay. These are ready too. Look at that. That's what I like. All right. Let's see what one looks like inside. Oh yeah. Look at that. Nice and cheesy. Okay, there you go. Beef and green chili stuffed Spanish rice balls. And I just cut that one open. It's kind of hard to tell. There we go. How about that? Wow. I gotta tell you, that Spanish rice is so good. The recipe is on my website, mankitchenrecipes.com, if you want to make that Spanish rice. Very good. VEVOR dual tank commercial deep fryer. I only used the one side. Now, after the first time using it, there's two things that I wish that it had. An electronic ignition for one. That, or like a hole in here so you can put your lighter in there to light it. You have to reach in from the back to light it, unfortunately. And then if you didn't have to reach in the back, I wish it had a back wind shield back there as well. Like, you know, it has these side panels to block the wind. Earlier it was blowing in this way, and of course it was blowing my flames when I was doing the tortilla chips. With that hot salt, oh my God, these are so good. Let me see if this side over here shows the beef better. The beef and green chili Spanish rice stuffed balls, oh, they are really good. All right, thanks for checking this out. If you don't have one of these yet, it worked fantastic. It got up to temp real quick. It held the temp even when, and you know, shoot, a minute these things were fried up. So good. All right, thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day.